PR moves that I did on TikTok was for Madison Beer because,
Oh, you
I
got in
feel like,
trouble for that.
oh yeah, dude, that was one of like the many scandals. Oh my God, I have scandals of my own. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I was basically making a video that went pretty viral talking about how and I think Madison Beer could be an incredible pop star. I don't know why she isn't. Obviously, she looks phenomenal. I love her music, and she has really creative concepts for music videos, but she always looks perfect in them. Even the scene where she's crying, it's just
Yeah.
a aesthetic tear going down her face. And when I think of
Yeah.
Taylor Swift or Olivia Rodrigo, once again, it's that authenticity that people are just like so nuts about. So anyway, so I think that's important. So I was like, I think Madison Beer should like be posting photos with pit stains, a little bit of a camel toe, like showing how sweaty she is. I'm like, it could be a total PR campaign where it's like, I'm like, what do you want from me? Here's my pit stain. You guys complained for so many years. Here's a camel toe. And it would just be a carousel of like her different camel toes. And she'd be like, fuck you guys. Here you go. Fine. You said that you wanted it. You wanted me to be real. Here it is. Here's my upper lip hair.
But she got so mad. And I don't even think that's that bad of a thing to say. Like, I kind of think of her as like the same category of like Anne Hathaway back in the day, where it's like they didn't
Mm.
really do anything wrong, but I think they were just like kind of uncomfortable in their skin. So that just reads as like weirdly overly perfect, even though everyone hated them and they never had stories of really being horrific people, you know?
Yeah, and it's so twisted how nowadays if somebody doesn't like someone, they will search the internet high and low to find a reason of one bad thing that they did do and then be like, "Okay, so now I get to say whatever I want about them because they did tweet this 3 years ago or they kind of messed up the sentence of that a week ago, so they're horrible and now I get to hate them." And it's like, why can't you just be honest? Sometimes I skip over Madison Beer videos because she's pretty and she makes me feel ugly, and she doesn't make me feel ugly. I make me feel ugly because I have thoughts going on in my head, and she's done nothing wrong. Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know. I just, for some reason, every time I see her, I don't know if I'm just like projecting or whatever, but I see this insecurity that I think a lot of people that are like that gorgeous kind of have, because my theory is like they've always been validated externally. And like, so it's like they don't really have something to rely on. Like, I had to really build a sense of humor growing up. I did not peak early.
Yeah.
And so I'm really glad about that now, because I can fall back on this personality that I had to craft out of out of necessity. But I don't think she ever
Yeah,
did, or
when
people that
you're
are
when
that
you're sitting alone at
perfect.
the lunch table, you have a lot of time to work on yourself. You know what I mean?